Okay, we are live. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited. This is going to be a fun night. We're going to have fun getting to know each other all. We'll try to answer questions you have. If you have questions in the live chat, put them in all caps so we can see them better. And we have giveaways. So to be in on the giveaways, you do have to be on YouTube. So we're live on Facebook too, but we're going to have to turn that off because we don't want you to get confused. You have to go to youtube.com/MelodyLane and you'll see the live video. You also have to be in the chat in order to enter the chat to be in the giveaway. So I'm going to say that now. And we'll give you a little notice when we're going to. I see lots of those frogs for Abby in the chat. I just have to say. Lots of people from her channel. So, and I think you have to be subscribed to my channel to be in the chat, but we want you to subscribe to everybody's channel. It's completely free to subscribe. Some people ask, how much is it to subscribe? It's free. You just have to have a Google email and sign up for YouTube. That's free. Everything we do here is free. So make sure you subscribe to everybody. Their video links, their channels are in the description of the video. So if you're on the live chat, like on a mobile device, you might have to click off the live chat, click the X, and then click in the description area, and then you can go subscribe, and then you just come back and click the live chat again. Okay. This is going to be fun. I'm so nervous. I think we're probably all nervous. Okay.
I'm excited.
Yes, I've been excited all day. First, let's introduce Miss Rita to the rescue. I'm going to have you introduce yourself and tell us what your channel is.
Hey, everyone. Hi, I'm Rita. And for my dogs barking, because they always bark, I can't get them to stop. But I am a Cricut Product Expert, and I've been around for a few years, but just starting out with video, with having a morning chat program on Facebook Live every day. And I'm happy just to be here. I love these ladies. They're awesome, and I'm just happy to see you all tonight.
Thank you, Rita. And you mentioned you're a Cricut Product Expert. What is that? No, I'm kidding. We might have that question, but I just want to say we are all Cricut Product Experts. And then Abigail, I'm going to have you go next.
Hola, no hablo inglés. Just kidding. I do. My name's Abby. My channel is Sassy Ranita Crafts. Yeah, I know. The Ranita's frog, by the way. That's the name of my channel. I'm also a product expert. I saw someone said that they haven't heard about me. I think I'm a little new. I don't know how long I've been part of the team yet, but
well, you're old enough to be our child for all of us.
Okay, that's fine with me to be your child.
I could be your grandmother.
I'll take that too. So I love frogs, and that's part of my logo, and that's why we see a bunch of frogs there. So gracias a todos que están acompañando.
And I want to say her channel is all Spanish, correct?
All Spanish, yeah.
Yeah. So if you don't know Spanish and you want to learn, you might learn some Spanish from her.
Yeah, you could do. I speak Spanglish, so I sometimes go from English to Spanish back and forth. People are just used to it already.
And Carole, tell us about you.
Me. I'm Carole. My channel is Carole's Cricut Crafts. You can see it on the wall back there. Pretty obvious. I'm Canadian. I'm also a product expert with Cricut, and I've been for about 5 years now, 5 or 6 years. I kind of lost track of it, but yeah, that's me.
Awesome. How many people are watching? Thank you. Bobby's Papercraft has just donated $9.99. And we also had a donation from Rosetta Jenkins for $10. A small token of appreciation and love, she says. And Bobby says, woohoo, how fun. So I have a few questions for all of us to answer. And if you guys have questions in the chat, go ahead and ask. Rita, we'll start with you. When did you get your first Cricut and why?
Okay, I got my first Cricut from a company called AC Moore, which now they've gone out of business. That's kind of an East Coast, with like an East Coast Michaels. And what happened was actually kind of interesting. I had lost several aunts, uncles, and my father in 2011, and one of my living uncles said that he wanted to do a memorial for all of them that we had lost. So there were 5 people that had passed away. So he asked me to do the decorations in this big hall. And I said, yeah, sure, you know. And so I went to AC Moore and I saw the Expression 2. That was in 2012. I saw the Expression 2 and I came home with that and I'm like, okay, I have no idea how to work this. And that's what started my journey with Cricut. And obviously I graduated up to all the other machines, but that's how I started. And it was really fun. It was a little scary too, though, because that was back in the day. They used to have a computer program, but it was called, I forget, you must remember, Melody. It was like called Craft Room.
Yeah, Cricut Craft Room.
Yeah. And it kind of didn't work all that great. You know, it was like, it worked, but you could see the potential right there. And you were like, oh, if only I could do this, or if only I could do that. So it was pretty neat. It was a really great experience too. And they really loved all the decorations.
Awesome. And Abby?
I also started with the expressions. I don't remember the larger one. Is that the
The
expression?
expression? The expression or the expression 2? What year did you start?
That must have been in 2010. Yeah, 2010, 2011.
Yeah.
I can't even remember, but I think it was around the same time that Rita started. And actually, I bought my first machine because I always loved crafting, and I would do that with my mom. But I got married, moved away to Texas because I live in California. And then I didn't know what to do. I had my first baby and I was going through depression. So I wanted to find something where I could feel like I was useful, because I did a lot of things with my mom. Like, she had a business and I helped her with her business. And so I just felt like I needed something to get out of that situation I was in. So I told my husband, I shared it with my mother-in-law, and she told me, why don't you work from home, do something, a hobby or something that you like to do. And so I told her, well, I made my grandma's wedding invitations. I made my wedding invitations. I made my quinceañera invitations. Maybe I should just do that. And so they both told me, okay, research about it, find out if there's a machine or something that can help you with that. And I still remember because she gave me $100. She said, here's $100. You can start your business, buy whatever you need. And so I researched a lot, and I looked into all the different brands that there were available. And there was something about Cricut that really, like, I don't know, I just felt like it was right for me. And so I bought my first expression. I learned how to use it. I was so excited. I loved that I could craft and start doing something. Then I upgraded to the Explore when it came out, the one that has the Bluetooth. And now we had other abilities with Design Space. It was Design Space, or was it the other one you were mentioning? I can't remember. And yeah, that's where it kicked off. I was supposed to do a business, and then I'm like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. I think I'll just teach people how to do this, because everything was in English. Everything, like if you would search videos, everything was in English. And I thought there's a lot of crafters that only speak Spanish that want to learn how to use this machine. So I just started a group, and then from there people were asking for videos, and I'm like, how am I gonna do videos? Like suddenly I became so shy, like I don't want to be on there. But I started making them, and I really fell in love with teaching people how to use their machine and finding ways that I felt like, I think that what happened was that I felt like I could help others not feel depressed or be able to get away from those thoughts. And I realized that that's exactly what I started doing. I was helping those people that were going through depression, that were going through anxiety, or the loss of a family member, and that really brought me joy. So that's how I started, honestly.
Awesome. And Carole?
How did I get started?
Yeah. When did you get your first Cricut?
You know what? It was about a month before the Explore launched. And I went out and bought an Expression, and I had it for like 3 weeks or something, and then the Explore launched. So I sold it and bought the Explore. But the way I got started was I was making party favors for my daughter-in-law's baby shower. Yeah, baby shower. And I had my poor husband sitting at the table with a pair of scissors, cutting out little boxes for me, and I was gluing them together and filling them and putting ribbons on them. And he was just like, I had to do something like 45 or 50 boxes, and he was cutting them all out by hand. And he said, there's got to be something like a machine or something. And then it dawned on me that there was a machine, and it was something like it had a bug name. It had something to do with a bug. And that's all I could remember, but I used to see it on the Canadian Shopping Channel. And I just couldn't think of the name Cricut, but I knew if I got online and kept looking, I'd find something, and I found Melody.
Oh.
Melody on YouTube.
Wow, that's
I was
cool.
like, that's it. And I was looking at videos you made for Cricut Craft Room, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's why I went out and got the Expression. And I don't know what year that was, maybe 2014 or 15, something
2014.
like that. 2014. So that's when I started using Cricut.
Awesome.
Cricut machine. And I got my party favors done.
And I just realized I'm not answering these questions I'm asking, and I'm supposed to answer them too. I didn't even introduce myself, and it's my channel. Hi, I'm Melody Lane.
No way, you're not Melody.
So me, Rita, and Abby seem to be all around the same time of starting. I was quilting actually, and I wanted a machine that would cut the fabric so I could put shapes of fabric on the quilts. I wasn't quilting long. I was new to that too. I just started started sewing, and I took sewing lessons at Joann's, and then I got into quilting, and I wanted this machine that was $400. I forgot what it was called. It's a big die cutter machine, and you had to buy the big dies. It was for fabric mostly, and it was yes, that's it. Yeah. Well, I couldn't afford that, so I was at Joann's, and I told the manager at Joann's, I told her I wanted it, and if this was going to be going on clearance, to let me know, because I was in Joann's once or twice a week. I would go like on my way home from work or on the way to work. I drove by Joann's, so I would stop with a coupon, buy one item for the 40% off. So I was in there a lot, and so the manager knew who I was, and then she took me over to the Cricut. This was the personal Cricut, the very first one, but this was like in 2011, I think. So it was on clearance. It's not when it first was brought out. And it was only 6 inches, but it was only $69. So I thought, oh, I could do that. And the cartridges at the time, they used to be $89 for a cartridge, so you couldn't cut anything else. At that time, they didn't have the computer program or anything. You had to only cut fonts on the cartridges. You couldn't weld them. You just cut letters and glued them or used vinyl. And so the cartridges were on sale though. So I bought 2 cartridges to go with it.
Remember that whole thing with the cartridges? Like they'd go on sale and everybody would just kind of go to the store and you have this one, do you have that one? It became like an obsession, sort of like Cricut Cuties. You know, like I need to find this cartridge to cut, you know, and I remember that.
Yeah.
And some of them super expensive.
Yes.
Like $90.
Yep.
And then they have the light versions that were like $25.
Oh yeah, they had the ones with lower amount. Now they, at first they did have like 600 to 700 images on them. So they weren't like the image sets now. They did have a lot, but we could only change the size is really all we could manipulate with just the machine. And
you had to use a little thing, S1 and B3.
Yeah. Well, see, I was not good at that. I didn't like that at all. But what I wanted it for was cutting fabric. I did not know paper crafting was a thing. I knew scrapbooking was a thing, and that's why people use the machine. And I thought that was it. It was only for scrapbooking, but I didn't scrapbook, so I had no need for it. But she said it cut fabric. It didn't cut fabric very well. But I had to learn how to use it, so I was searching YouTube and I found some videos on it and they were making cards. I'm like, oh, I didn't know adults made cards. I thought that was something you just did as a child in school for your mother for Mother's Day. I really had no idea anybody actually made them by hand. I thought you go to the store and buy cards. Nobody I know has ever made a card as an adult. You know, we all did as kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, I can do that. And so I started doing it and I'm watching these videos. I'm like, I can make these videos. So and at the time I was living with my boyfriend and he loved to edit videos. He didn't edit any of my videos. I did that, but he taught me how. He taught me the basics on how to do it. So I started out just doing hand videos. I was too afraid to show my face in the videos. So for 2 or 3 years, you only saw my hands. You never actually saw my face. So, and then I just started, I never quilted again. I've always had a love for paper. Like when I was a kid, if somebody gave me construction paper for a birthday present, that was the best present ever. I have just always loved paper. But I didn't know adults played with paper.
Pens, different pens.
Oh, yeah.
Stickers. I think that I have always had love for those kinds of like office supplies.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just grew from there.
Actually, office supply stores used to be my favorite stores before I ever crafted. Like I could just walk through a Staples and be happy and look at all the office supplies. I'm just weird. I don't know why. I don't know why I love that kind of stuff. I just do. So that's how I got started. But it was soon after I got the little Cricut, I got the Expression 2. Like very soon after. I got the Expression 2. And then the Cricut Craft Room came out and then I started working with that and started making videos on how to use that.
Right. So you had your video channel like for how long now? Like it's been over.
If you look on my channel, it says 2006 or 9, I think. But I wasn't really doing videos then. That's when I created my channel as a watcher. And then I had some videos of my nieces and nephews that I recorded and put those, you know what I mean? But crafting I didn't start, I think, until 2011.
Okay. So, but we all started these channels like around the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like it, right? Around the same time.
And then Carole was just a little later.
I started a little later because I remember watching your videos too, Melody. Like you would.
Oh,
pop
really?
up. Yeah. So. It's interesting.
And I want to say thank you for the super chats and super stickers that people are sending. I don't want to interrupt the video to thank them for this. It will take too long. But thank you, you guys. You don't have to do that at all. I wasn't expecting that.
Can you explain what that is, Melody? That super chat, super sticker thing?
People can donate money to your channel when you're live. And so they click on... There's a little $ at the bottom of the live chat, right there. And I almost said Cricut, but I mean YouTube takes, I think, 30 or 40% of it. And then we get to keep some. Yeah.
Oh.
It's not all for me.
Hey, Melody, can I
Yes.
just read this
Uh-huh.
comment here? Is by BU Crafty. She's wrote, I got told I was old because I love crafting, but my dear grandma, may rest she in peace, got me into crafting. I just wanted to say that because I honestly feel that you're never too old to craft. And to me, crafting is a therapy, and you can bring happiness to others, not just like content creators, but just in general. When you craft and you give away something to someone else, it's like you're giving a piece of yourself to someone else. And if someone tells me that, I wouldn't care either. I've been told like, oh, she's like a little child. I'm like, happy to be a child because I don't want to be miserable and sad. So I just wanted to point that out and say, if you love crafting, if anyone has ever told you anything negative, don't listen to it, because honestly, like, crafting is not for little kids. And if as adults we would do this more, I think we would find more peace and happiness.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
100%.
It is
100%.
actually, what I want to say, it's a fact. It's been a scientific fact that crafting helps your health. That it does something in your brain. It releases that hormone that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And so crafting does make you feel good. And it makes me feel good to help other people.
Exactly, yeah.
And I think that's why we all do videos.
Oh, you know what's really interesting though, and maybe Carole can chime in on this a little bit, but or anybody else, but there was a time when crafting was sort of frowned on, like in terms of, it wasn't really art, and so, you crochet or you knit or, and I always include those things, sewing and what have you, as crafting too. And I always felt like that was really, I don't know, dismissive of crafting, but now it's like a whole new world. Like, people are so proud of themselves, and they should be, but back in the day, I'd say at least 10 or more years ago, it was sort of like, oh, look at this silly little stuff that you do, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you would never think of giving something homemade as a gift. You would never think of doing that, when now it's just, it's amazing. Everybody loves to receive something that you created with your own hands.
Exactly,
Pretty cool. And also during last year's shutdown, I live alone. I'm alone. And I had 14 months in the house. And if I didn't have Cricut and everybody in the groups and you guys online, if I didn't have that contact, I probably would have went crazy. Because I'm completely alone. Like, I didn't even go out to grocery stores or anything. I just had everything delivered, and they'd leave it at the door, so you didn't even see the person who did your deliveries. So crafting, I think it's been used during this pandemic, and
changed the whole thing, the
Yeah.
whole ball game, and people just went crazy for Cricut then, which is great, But before that, I would say to people, what they're like, what do you do? Oh well, I like make cards, you know. You'd be like, oh, interesting. And what about like the pronunciation of the cricket? Because everybody in my family, they're like, oh, is that the CRICUT? They could like, and I would say it's like a bug. It makes the the noise like a bug. Cricket, like a cricket. They couldn't get it for the life of them. So, but now it's all become full circle, and now it's like kind of everybody knows somebody that has a Cricut machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. That's fabulous.
Yeah, and if they don't have one, they've heard of it.
Yeah.
They've definitely heard of it. Like,
I remember when I first started doing the Cricut, I was a hairstylist. And so my life was an open book my entire life. I told people everything they wanted to know and what I was doing and stuff. And they always called it a CRICUT. And then I would make some of them, because some of them were my clients for years. And some of them I would see every single week. So for their birthday, I would make them a card. And they're like, you didn't make this. So it's, I don't know, I have so many thoughts in my head. I think our Facebook groups help so much with people sharing, because when I first started crafting, nobody really liked my stuff. Like my friends or family, like they're like, oh, that's nice. Yeah. Okay. That's what you're doing. And, so that's when I started, first, this is back when Cricut had a Cricut message board. This is before I was in Facebook groups. They had a message board, and so I would to share things there. You had to have a blog. So then I made a blog only to share with these people on the message board, just so they could say, "Oh, that's awesome," or "We like it." It was fun to share with each other and compliment each other on what we did when people in our real lives didn't care. And then that's when started doing videos and people liked it. And I remember one time during the summer, I didn't have a schedule for videos or anything, and I kind of took the summer off and just did other things with family and things, And you guys probably all know this, or know this person, Joan Smith, Miss Superklutz. She comments a lot on YouTube. And Abby, she probably doesn't watch you because she probably doesn't speak Spanish. But she had messaged me and said, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" And I was like, wow, somebody cares? I had no idea that people care. Like, I knew they liked the video when they saw it. But if I wasn't there, I didn't know they thought of me or thought, oh, she hasn't done a video. I never thought, anybody cared. So that's when I started back again and maybe, kept going. And I feel like now I owe it to everybody. But it's fun for me too, that I keep doing this.
I love that you said that because it's so true. Like just recently I had an experience, I shared it with you guys. When my grandpa passed away and I had more of my group members and people that follow me on my videos than people that I know here in California asking me how I was doing and just sending like really sweet messages like I'm praying for you and things like that. And I knew that people care, but I feel like in certain situations you realize who's there for you. So I always tell like my followers, like I didn't know that I was gonna create my own family. Because that's what you are all, those that are in the chats. Because we have here members from all our channels, and that's what you become for us. And we think of you every time we're trying to design a project, even if some of you we don't remember by name, but we know who you are because we see you in the chat. And so it's really wonderful to be able to create a community where we feel, like you said, you feel like you owe it to your community, but it also is something that makes you happy.
Yeah.
And so I just saw Nicole, by the way, she works for Cricut, and she was putting there, isn't it fun that we can craft for our jobs, and it totally is. Like this is something that we love to do, and every time we come and share a project with you guys, we're so excited to do so. And it's like, who doesn't want to have a job that you can enjoy? You know? So,
Okay.
I don't know, I just wanted to share that.
There's almost 500 people on.
Oh,
Now, I want to know how many likes there are. And have you all went and subscribed to their channels? Their links are in the description of the video, so make sure you go click on their links. So there's 381. When we get to 400 likes, we'll do a giveaway. How's that? And you guys got to tell us when they're likes, because I don't have a video on to know how many there are.
you want me to say that in Spanish too?
Sure.
You
Yeah.
said 400, right?
Yes. 400 likes, and to enter into the giveaway, they have to say something in the chat. So make sure you say if you chat twice, you don't get twice the entries. It's only one.
Okay. So, chicos y chicas que estén viendo en español, cuando Melody logre los 40 likes en este video, comenzaremos con un primer concurso, regalo. Pero para participar tienen que ser activos en el chat, y no es que van a recibir una o dos entradas dependiendo de cuántas veces estén participando, sino simplemente que hagan comentario cuando ella diga que va a haber concurso. I'm sorry, I'm seeing Carole. No, asegúrense de participar cuando mencionemos va a haber un concurso. Okay.
Okay.
What she said.
We have 466 likes now. I should have went up a little higher. I thought we could answer another question before we went on, but we'll go ahead and do a giveaway. So let me explain the giveaways. For the first 4 giveaways, we have 6 giveaways tonight. The last one is the best one, so make sure you watch until the end. The 4 giveaways are from each of us. We're all putting in $50. So we're having 4 giveaways of $50. And what you'll need to do is, well, I'll tell you what the winner has to do after she wins. She'll have to email me. So we're keeping that the same for everybody, and then I'll email it to them. Okay. That doesn't make sense to anybody watching. Okay, so the first giveaway is going to be from Rita. So we have a random giveaway picker. It'll be Nightbot will pick a random winner. He picks only one person from the chat. So make sure if you haven't chatted, you chat right now. And he will randomly pick that person. That person will need to email me who their giveaway person was. So this first giveaway is from Rita. And we will need, well, if you email me, I'll have your email. And then I'm going to forward that to Rita, and she will get you your prize. Okay.
And it's $50 of products, right, Melody?
Sorry, thank you. $50 retail value of Cricut product from the Cricut store. So you do have to be in Canada or United States, wherever Cricut ships. So we're
Puerto Rico.
okay, wherever we can get it shipped to. Okay, are we ready for that giveaway?
We're ready.
Okay. Oh my gosh! This is one of the admins of my channel that does so much work for me and everything. I'm so excited. So, what I'm going to do to show it on the screen, Nightbot went through the chat, but it was so fast. Let me switch here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring this over. Now, you girls can't see it, but they can in the video. It's Jamie Leonard. Now, this is a random giveaway. Nightbot chooses the winner. And Jamie, you win. So
Yay.
Jamie, you will need to email me. And, oh, that's the speed of my thing there. And Jamie does so much for my channel and everything. So she's never won anything. I do random giveaways every Saturday on my channel, and she has never won that. So I'm shocked she won.
Really excited about it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. The chat is going so fast.
So
now.
fast, I can't even read everybody.
And it's going so fast, and everybody's saying hello and congratulations, and this is so much fun. We have to do this more often.
Yes.
We don't promise 6 giveaways though.
No.
I
Okay.
think some people have said that this is their, like, they feel like a winner just because they're tuning in tonight. So that's
Yeah.
really great.
Awesome. Shirley Bain, I love the pandas. Because Jamie's profile picture on everywhere is a panda.
Oh yeah, I see her right there, Jamie.
Yeah.
Oh, gee. Oh.
Um, okay, we have a few more questions, and we also have questions. I'm collecting some of the questions that I see. I can't see all the questions in the chat, but I am copying and pasting them and putting them in a list. And some of the people are asking questions we already had in our list. So the next question, what type of material do you like to work with most? So we'll start with Abby first this time.
Oh man, why did you pick me? I like to use a lot of different materials. I used to say a lot that it was infusible ink, but I find it that lately I've been leaning into paper crafts. So let's just keep it at paper crafts for this time. It might be different next time.
And Carole?
Oh, that's a tough one. One morning I wake up and I think I'm really into paper crafting. And then I get to my craft space and I change my mind and I'll do something else. I'm really into fabric and I'm really into infusible ink and sublimation. So I can't choose. It's one of those.
Okay. And Rita?
I have to say, and I think everybody knows it that follows me, paper is my medium of choice. Love paper. I love to do 3D things, but also like to make cards. I have to really stretch to use all the vinyl that we get, you know, like try to come up with different things because it's a struggle for me to use like vinyl. And I like to do all that stuff that everybody else, like fabric and infusible ink and iron-on and stuff, but when it comes down to it, I just love paper and I love to make things with paper. So that's my medium of choice.
Awesome. My favorite is paper too. I love infusible ink also, but my favorite I think is paper. And I have started using more vinyl and iron-on paper because we have so much from the mystery boxes. We have to use what we have, and a lot of the paper crafters are like, I have enough vinyl, I want more paper in the mystery boxes. But we can use the vinyl on paper and the iron-on. The iron-on is the most fun to work with the little easy press.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we've been having some questions in the chat about some projects that we have done. So do we want to go around and share a project that we've done lately?
Okay, one project?
Well, let's do one now, and then we'll answer some more questions, and then we'll share some more projects. So we do have projects ready that we plan to share with you guys, and after the video is over, I'm going to put the links to the videos that we have for those projects in the description of the video. We didn't put them there yet because we don't want you to leave to go watch those videos. So after the replay, I will edit the video description and add the links to the videos for the projects we're going to show you. Let's just do one project right now. Does anybody want to go first?
I will.
Okay.
Okay, any project?
Yeah, anything.
Okay. Well, one of the things I really love to do with my maker is to work with fabric. So I do have, I only use Carole's Cricut Crafts as my YouTube channel, but on that channel, you'll find my videos for fabric crafting, quilting, paper crafting, blah, 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 all the different in one channel. I should probably start different channels, but I work out of one channel. So one of my favorite things to do with the maker is quilting.
Awesome.
So this is one of my quilt blocks. I have every month or every year, we're doing a block of the month in my sewing group. And right now we're working on jelly roll.
Oh, that's
jelly roll
pretty.
quilts. Yeah. So every month I produce a block. I create a PDF to share with my group members. And for those who are not using jelly rolls because they don't have one, but they have a huge stash of fabric, I'll recreate the pattern in Design Space so they can use their rotary blade and make their own cuts with Design Space and still keep up with the same blocks.
Wow.
Even though they don't have a jelly roll, they can still participate. So this is the second year that we're doing block of the month, and it's a lot of fun. And in between, we do different easy projects, like something like a thread catcher you can make with your Cricut maker, and different projects like that, pouches and tote bags and all kinds of things.
Carole made me a little bag like that for my golf cart.
Yeah.
It hangs on my steering wheel of my golf cart, and I keep the garage door opener and some extra things in that bag. It's very handy. I still use it to this day.
That's fun. So that's one of my favorite things.
Rita, you want to go next?
Sure. I mentioned that I really love to do 3D paper crafts. So one of the things that we did recently was a birdhouse that was from Birds Cards. So this was a way that you could use an SVG in Design Space. And it's like, it's not really a birdhouse, but it's a box that it resembles a birdhouse, and we put little acetate there.
It's
And it was
beautiful.
just a lot of fun, and it was free. This SVG was free from Birds Cards. So you can find the SVG from birdscards.com. So I really love it, and she's a lovely lady. She's works out of England or the UK, and I just wanted to give her a plug because she does also sell her SVGs, but she has a lot of free stuff. So this was one that I really enjoyed doing.
It's in my favorite color.
Yeah, it's really his color too. Yeah, it's really, really cleverly designed, and it's quite sturdy, very, very sturdy. And this is all done in Cricut cardstock, which I love. So that's really a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thanks for
What else to
sharing.
say about it?
And Abby?
Okay, so I want to share this one because it's one of my
Oh,
favorite
cute.
crafts I've made. I'll put it like this again. So I used different techniques, but basically it's using a perforation blade on the back. So that
Oh.
opens up so you can take out the candy. And these little, this is a ornament. The ones that
Oh.
are in two parts. And they've
Yeah.
been really popular lately. So I thought about this idea. So there's the perforation thingy. You open up and you can take out the candy, and you still have like a little card that you can hang out to. So I really love this. I've kept your technique, Melody, the one with the what's it called? Craft board? Is it craft board, right?
Yeah.
The thicker one. I
Yeah.
love that technique. So I used it a lot, and it helped with this one because my top layer has to be able to be raised enough so you won't see like bumps or the edges of the ornament. So I used that technique. Like, I've kept it. I fell in love with it, and I kind of modified it, modified it depending on the project. And so this is one of my favorite ones that I made for Halloween.
Awesome. And you sent me a video for that one?
Yes, I think I did.
Okay. Yeah. Awesome. And my turn, I guess.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite ones is this balloon. It's a hot air balloon and the little cuties go in that. But here's one. I started this one and I haven't finished it yet. I haven't added the basket and added the string and stuff, but this is with Cricut paper. This is one of the funnest projects I have made. And I designed it in Design Space all out of free shapes. And little cuties will fit in the little basket. I love this one. It's just, it made me feel like a kid again, crafting and really creating. And I think that's why I like paper crafting. I like building something, you know, and making something out of just flat paper into even just a card, you know, it's just so much fun.
Right. Right.
All right, let's go to, it's been 47 minutes.
Wow.
That's crazy. Time goes by so fast.
So we're up to over 500 likes or something.
Yeah, how many likes do we have and how many people are in here?
I can't see.
So make sure you guys chat. And what we'll do is we'll answer another question before we do the giveaway. But it's hard to not sit and read the chat.
523 likes.
Awesome. So can we get 600 likes? Are there that many people in here?
Yeah. It's going up.
Okay, we'll do it after this question. What is your favorite Cricut tool? This is a question also they have been asking.
Like machine tool or
like
tool in general?
Let's not do machines. Let's do Cricut tool. I don't know. A Cricut. It can be a hand tool or a machine tool or anything.
Okay.
Or it could be an easy press.
Okay.
What? I don't even know my answer. So who wants to go first?
I don't know. I can't pick.
Yeah, it's kind of hard.
Because I love this and I talk about it all the time. This control knife is so awesome. I think I have about 10 of them and I just love it. I remember doing a small video on it and somebody said, so it's just an X-Acto knife. And I'm like, did you not watch my video? Because it is not just an X-Acto knife. It's so lovely and it feels good in my hand and I use it every single day. I mean, I'm always like when you get boxes from Amazon or those bags that things come in or just, you know, anything. I use it all constantly. So whoever the engineer was that designed this, I think Ashish would know who that was, but this is definitely something, if you don't have one, you want to get one for sure.
And I'm also going to choose that because I think I talked about in one of my videos.
Choose something different.
No, but I talked about that in one of my videos and how I think I even said it was my favorite because I use it all the time. I use it to open boxes even. And it does. It feels comfortable. It doesn't roll away. You can change the blade without touching it, so you're not going to cut yourself.
Attached. Like I could never use an X-Acto knife because the blade was always coming out.
Yep.
Like I don't know. Maybe I just wasn't twisting it on tight enough, but that blade's in there good because it just clicked like this. Awesome.
Yeah, and you can even use it for weeding if you have to. You know, I've used it for so many things. You can cut paper or vinyl with it. You know, you can just do so much.
Right.
Abby, do you have one?
Carole can go first. She wants to go get her tools.
Carole, you can go first.
Right now, my favorite go-to hand tools is the acrylic rulers, the Cricut rulers. I have all the sizes and use them every day, and not just for fabric. I use them to cut down my vinyl rules, cut my cardstock when I need an 8.5 to print on instead of a 12 by 12. I use my rulers and my rotary blade to cut paper, to cut vinyl, to cut iron on. I use it for everything. I have to change the blade so often because I cut so many. I even cut chipboard with it this week.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's awesome for that.
Yeah. So those are my favorite hand tools right now. I have all the sizes of rulers, and I have, I think, 3 of these. And I keep forgetting which one I changed the blade in. I start changing them all over again, you know. But yeah, those are my favorites right now.
Abby?
Well, so I think all my followers know me so well that they already mentioned it in the chat, but this is my favorite tool.
Oh yeah.
I just, like, when I first saw it, because I always like to go through the Cricut website and then pick, like, what do I not have yet to purchase it, but I think I already have everything. I just buy more. But this one, I was like, what do I need this for? So I bought it and I started using it, and it's a lifesaver. I just love it so much because, especially with vinyl, if it's curling up and you just roll the little thing there, it sticks on your mat and you won't have issues with the machine not cutting it well or whatever. So I love this tool. What is it called?
Rhea.
Prayer.
Yeah, the brayer. There you go. I forgot for a minute.
That's awesome.
Melly, can I just answer a question? Because they're
Yep.
asking if my videos are all in Spanish. Yes, but if you want me to make the candy video in English, I will, just for you. But if you go promise that you're going to subscribe and watch it.
Okay. So let's go ahead and do a giveaway because we have so many. So we need to give one away. So if you haven't chatted, do that really fast. We are going to pick another giveaway. Okay, here we go. And we have a winner. Let me switch my camera so I can show them. I can't see it from here. It's on a monitor over there. Denise Bendixson. Oh, we forgot to say who this is for. So this one is for Abby.
Okay.
Denise Bendixson. I'll take a screenshot of that too. So Denise, oh, let me switch back. Okay. Denise Bendixson.
She's there. She's there. Won. She said, yeah, I won.
So you need to email me, and I'm going to show you one way to contact me that's maybe easier. Hold on just a second. Let me switch back to here. So they can see, this is my website, Melody Lane Inspired. If anybody needs to get a hold of me, this is easiest way. MelodyLaneInspired.com, and then click contact. And then just say, Denise, you'll need to say your name, your email, and say, Abby, you won Abby's prize today. And I will forward that to Abby. My email is melodylanedesigns@gmail.com. So Sue Badinsky put in the website link. You can also put in my email link and just say Abby's prize, and we will get you a prize from Cricut of $50 value. Okay. Do you guys have a mug? This is my favorite mug I made with my Cricut mug press. It says love and has cuties in it.
I love it.
Isn't it cute?
It's really cute.
I think it's my favorite one that I made.
It's cute.
Second, Molly. What's yours say, Abby?
Mine doesn't say anything. These are called Otomi Designs, and they're in Cricut Design Space, and these are from Mexico.
Oh,
What
cool.
do they call Tomino?
Otomi. It's
Otomi?
O-T, yeah, Otomi. And this is like a traditional designs from Mexico. You're gonna find it on clothing, on like the typical clothing that they use for dances and stuff like that. You will find them on clothing, and sometimes on in Mexico they have I forgot what the word is. Somebody help me, barro en inglés. I forgot what they're called. They're mugs and they're plates, but it's a special
The saucer?
material. No,
I don't know what you're
I
talking
don't
about.
know what they're called, but they have those designs on them too.
Nice.
Abby,
Yes.
have you seen in Design Space, Cricut is releasing an applique quilt block every month,
Yeah.
and there's one from Mexico. Have you
Yeah,
seen
I
it?
saw it. Yeah.
So some of my members are using those designs for iron-on instead of doing a quilt block, and they're beautiful.
Yes, they're
really,
beautiful.
really beautiful.
Everybody in the chat is saying clay or pottery.
Clay. Yes, it's clay. They're made out of clay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for having my back there.
Rita,
Yeah, they're clay mugs.
Rita, can you show your mug?
Oh yeah, well everybody knows that I love corgis, and I have 3 corgis of my own. So when the mug growth came out, I had to make myself a mug, and I actually did sublimation. This is my teddy bear. He's my one of my corgis, and it says, "I'm not a regular mom, I'm a dog mom." And so I really like this one, and I love that I put the little heart with the sublimation, and it was a lot of fun to do. So I love being able to combine infusible ink and the pens and sublimation for this mug, so that was fun.
Awesome. And Carole, do you have a mug?
Oh, I have a mic.
Show it.
My mug says, "I'm doing it for me and you," and it's got a nice little vaccine syringe there.
Awesome.
Oops, there it is. Yeah, and on the back it says, "Because I really do care."
Awesome.
My favorite mug.
And I like that mug. It's the Cricut mug with the black handle and black inside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they're really nice. And we only had them for a little bit at the beginning when the mugs launched, and they haven't come back yet. I hope they come back soon.
Yeah.
Melody,
Yes.
they're asking where can they find those appliques that Carole was talking about. So those are in the project section. I don't know if you.
It's on the landing page. When you open Design Space and you see all the projects, if you just click on My Projects, use the drop down for all categories, and type in flower block, and that will bring up all 5 that have been released already.
Yeah.
Abby,
So
can
My
you,
Projects, which all categories.
Abby, can you tell us about that new image set that I cannot pronounce?
Okay, yes, I'd love to. So it's called Loteria. The Loteria, it's like a bingo. But these are new, and Cricut came up with them, and they're called Dia de los Muertos. Which
Yeah.
is
I can't even understand what you're saying. There's no way I can repeat it.
I'm gonna start those classes with you, ladies. So it's Dia
Dia
de
de
los
dos
with
los
los
Dia
muertos.
de los. What was the last part?
That's the Day of the Dead.
Yes, muertos.
Oh,
Day of the
muertos.
Dead.
Yes. So
Yeah.
you see, it like has the bright colors and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So because in Mexico they celebrate Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead. It's in November, and it's a celebration of remembrance of the family members that have passed away. So they do like the table with their favorite foods and things like that, and it's very a happy celebration. It's not sad. Yes, it's like Coco. So if you watch the movie Coco, it's related to that, and that's the new image set, which is beautiful. I love it that they created their own loteria cards
Mhm.
with the Day of the Dead images.
Awesome.
Are the Loteria cards, are they kind of like a tarot card?
No, they're more like a bingo.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's like a game that you play?
Yeah, it's like bingo. So they call out the name of the card, and this is Cricut's edition because the regular Loteria has I don't even know where I left it, but it has images that are different to that. So it's nothing related to Dia de los Muertos. So these are a couple of the images. These are also Cricut has them on the science base, but Loteria is like a bingo. So you see how it has images? They have a sheet like the bingo card with the different images, and so you put like a penny, or in Mexico we play them with beans. You put the bean on the you put the bean on the if you have like the card. So like so they call it a and they have like a little phrase or saying that you read, and whoever has it they put the little bean there, and once you fill out your whole card, then you win, and you yell, instead of saying bingo, you say Loteria.
Oh, okay.
So
That
it's
makes
bingo.
sense.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Here's a question from Christine in the chat. Have you ever had a creative block, and how did you overcome it? Has that happened to anybody?
Yeah, chocolate.
Carole eats chocolate.
Funny.
And Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's too much sugar, half chocolate.
Well, I actually have both. Sorry.
Oh, you're bad.
Rush.
I have struggled with like a creative block sometimes, and you know what really helps me is looking at all the images in Design Space. Sometimes, you know, like you're just like, what do I want to do next? So I just go under image sets and I just scroll and see what's new, and then it sort of sparks my creativity again. And I'm like, oh yeah, I could use this and do that. And so like just sometimes just looking at other people's stuff, but also looking at all those great new images that are coming in Design Space, they just sort of spark things for me.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I've never had creator's block. I have scheduled project videos every Tuesday and Thursday. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I sit down, I'm like, okay, now what am I going to do? Like, I don't always have an idea in my head, but if I go to Design Space, it comes up. I can't say I've had creator's block because I don't let it go to that. I just go to Design Space. There's so many things in Design Space that will trigger an idea.
Yeah, but not just the new images. You've got the community.
Oh, yeah.
All those ready-made projects, and you know, and so there's just so much there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I always share with my community is that at least once a week I go through I take a whole day just to go through Design Space images, and then I create a project and I put all the images that I found that I like inside that project. And then once I have a few there, then I'm like, okay, now I'm gonna pick one or two that I'm gonna create a project with that. So I love Design Space so much the way that now you can copy and paste. So I take those images out, create a new project, and then start designing from there. And the advice that I give people is that if you start practicing watching our videos, doing a project with us, and you do that as a habit, eventually your imagination will kick in, and then you'll start being able to, like Melody said, go into look at an image and be like, oh, I know what I want to do with that. I'm gonna do this and that, and you start planning. So it's more of like I like what Melody said, that she doesn't let it kick in. So if you start doing that, like try to pick and choose these different tips that we're giving you and just do it as a habit where you do something different every day, then you won't have any creator's block. You always will have your head just, I call it like your brain just opens up and you are comfortable enough and believe in yourself enough that you just do whatever comes in your head. Because I feel like sometimes we do that. We put that block in our head.
You can also go take a shower or a bath. That's when I think a lot is in the shower because I'm not really thinking about anything else. And then just my brain just starts moving, you know? I just start getting creative because I'm not worried about what I'm doing online or, you know, have something else I'm doing. I'm just taking a shower that doesn't take much thinking. Also, do we want to share another project? Do you want to share the rest of our projects that we have?
Yeah.
Carole, do you want to go first?
Sure.
So we have videos for these projects that will be in the description afterwards. So if you see a project you like, check out the video after it's over, and in the description we'll have them all. You can go watch all our videos.
Okay. So, do you want to see everything else I dragged out? I have this little table beside me and I piled projects on it. So I think I gave the video for this one.
Oh yeah,
A little gift box for the Cricut mugs. I made it because in Design Space there's boxes for the 12-ounce mugs, but there wasn't any for 15 ounce, so I made this one for 15 ounce. And this is the video link that I gave you, Melody.
Awesome.
So that's one of my paper crafting projects. On my channel too, you'll see different cards that I've done videos for, like this piano card. Where's my camera? Piano card. And this is a fun fold gift card holder. That's on my channel too.
That's with my favorite paper.
Yeah, I love that paper and I have no more. And this, I just pulled the ribbon off of. This I just made yesterday, I think it was. And it's just a little waterfall folder. But, so you have all these places. You can use it like a mini album or a mini scrapbook or whatever. And inspirational cards in it. And so this is on my channel now too. I did that yesterday. So that's a few of my paper crafts. But they're all on my channel, like whether it's quilting or sewing or paper craft or whatever it is. And one of my favorite things I'm really into now is sublimation.
Oh, that's neat.
That one's awesome.
I'm really, really into that.
That's cool.
Yeah, and mugs with sublimation. This one is, this tumbler is pearlized. So it doesn't really show up in a video, but it's really gorgeous to finish on it. I'm
Are you
so
doing with your mug press, Carole?
No, not this. This is 20 ounce, so I do it in a convection oven. And I actually have to buy a cart so that I can take my convection oven off my kitchen countertop and put it in a range where I can use it in a video. So right now I'll do the preparation in video, but I haven't been able to show the actual oven part because I don't have a camera and computer set up in my kitchen. So that's all done with sublimation in an oven. 20 ounce don't fit. And you know what? I know a lot of people are putting 20 ounce tumblers in the mug press and stuffing wedges into it to make it press up against the heat plate.
Do that too.
That is so bad.
Yeah.
It's so bad. I've seen people do it with cardboard.
Oh yeah.
And cardboard can catch on fire. It can. You'll see sometimes the edges of your butcher paper turning yellow or brown or whatever from the heat. So can you imagine when you put in a tumbler that doesn't fit and you wedge cardboard into it and turn it around like 4 or 5 times to get all the sides, how much heat you've got with that cardboard? That's so dangerous. It's so bad.
Right.
So I doubt very much it's going to explode into flames, but you'll probably end up breaking your mug press. And it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. You can get a convection oven for like $59 in Canada. So I can imagine how cheap they are in US. They're so inexpensive, a little countertop one. And you can do all sizes of tumblers in those. Here's another one that I did in the oven.
Oh, that's pretty.
This one is called Steampunk. That's another one that I did. And so I'm really into sublimation right now. I didn't take out any t-shirts or anything with sublimation because I give them away as fast as I make them. I hoarded these. These were for me. So that's all I took out today.
Okay.
Carole, how about that wall? You need to show off that wall.
My wall?
Yes, it's so beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
That's Maker 3 with, I think it's actually 80 inches wide or 84 inches wide.
Wow.
Yeah, and I used a couple of rolls of vinyl.
I'll say.
But I cut it in 4-inch sections because any more was just too much to handle.
Yeah.
So I cut it in, not 4-inch, 4-foot sections to put it up on the wall. Yeah.
Awesome. Now, before we go on, because we have so many giveaways, let's do another giveaway. So this giveaway will be for Carole. So we're going to have Nightbot do a giveaway, choose the person, and here we go. Okay, we have our winner. Let me switch this so I can show everybody. The winner is Rachel Smith. So
Yay!
Rachel Smith needs to
Congratulations, Rachel.
email me. You can contact me through my website, melodylaneinspired.com, and click on contact, or my email is melodylanedesigns@gmail.com. I might even have I don't know if I have my email in words to put up here. I don't think I do. But it's melodylanedesigns@gmail.com. And let me screenshot that. Okay, Rita, do you have your projects ready?
I do. I had to run off, but okay. So you guys know I love paper and 3D. So I took it as a personal challenge when Cricut added all of these 3D flowers and things to Design Space last month. I think it was last month. So we did all of those flowers. One of my favorites was the sunflower. Really, really loved it. It was so much fun to make, and it was really easy. And this is a Design Space project. It's all, I didn't have to change it in any way. There was also a lotus. There were some like fruit slices. Remember the orange and the lemon, and there were just a lot of 3D projects, so we did all of those. But this is the one that I'm most proud of. I think it looks really cool, and I think it's going to look really nice on a wreath. So,
oh yeah.
This here, the fox, was so hard. I gotta tell you, it was so hard, but not as hard as the owl. The owl was, you did the owl one, right, Abby?
I did. I actually have it right there.
Did you find that to be difficult? Because I thought the owl was
I had help from the pro. So Carole knows her, Nicole Ashton. She was the one that helped me. Like, we did it live together. Let me show her real quick. We did it live together, and with her help, it wasn't that hard, actually.
Mine turned out so homely.
Let's go watch our live then.
I don't even know what I did with it. I just stashed it away. But I was pretty proud of the fox because I thought it looked a little bit like a corgi. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then what else? Oh, we had a fun time playing with this stuff, which is called alcohol ink. And so I'm putting my hand on there so that the little lights, so these are fairy lights that we did, and I used vinyl to cut that out, but the color is done with the alcohol ink, which was kind of a fun new way to play around with glass. But everything else I do is mostly paper. So, you know, cards, everything that I like to do. And I didn't like prepare them, but I do know that I put a bunch of projects. I gave a bunch of projects to Melody, so that you might want to check them out. That's what I mostly do. But yeah, the fairy lights, right? Did anybody remember that? Yes, Elizabeth. Yeah. The fox is indeed on Design Space.
On the
It's
project
in the
section.
projects.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Does anyone 3D designs for different dog breeds? No, but as soon as you find one for a corgi, let me know, okay?
Abby, do you want to show some of your projects?
Yeah, I was gonna ask a dumb question to to Rita. I was gonna say, what did the fox say? Just kidding. Really dumb joke.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get it because it's up in my closet. Like, I don't remember where I put it away anymore. But this is one of the projects that I sent to Melody, and it's the letters Joy. They were all cut with chipboard on the maker. And so I bought everything else. Like, there were some pieces from Walmart, some pieces from Michael's, and then Dollar Tree. But I was so excited because it's the first rep I make. I was so excited that I could cut the letters Joy with my maker and then just glue them together. And I think it came out cute. But that's me because I made it. So maybe someone else will be like, eh. But I really loved it.
I think it's neat.
Thank you. And then this is another, like, I really got into the whole cutting chipboard with the maker, and so I made my own jewelry holder. So it's supposed to hold earrings on each of the flowers, and I actually designed it on Design Space with Design Space images. Like, I was so
Awesome.
proud because I designed it.
I recognize the tulips. I've used those in a lot of projects too.
Really?
Yeah.
I really love them. So I designed it, and it's been holding up. It's been there for a while.
That's a great idea.
Oh, and I do have this other too.
While you're getting those, we have a question. Was the fox that size, or did you enlarge it?
No,
This is the actual size that it cuts out in, and it really wasn't as difficult as the owl. So if you're deciding between the owl or the fox, consider the fox. Oh, it's 3 different colors, I think. 1, 2, 3. But this is the actual size. And so I don't know if I don't know how to hold it up to anything else, but it's pretty big. But you could probably make it bigger. The thing is about these 3D projects, some of them, you can't manipulate them. You can't take it to your canvas. You have to kind of cut it the way that it was designed. Some projects, I'm sure Carole's come across that with the sewing. Like, some projects you can't
customize.
yeah, you can customize them.
Yeah. You have to just cut it the way that it's designed.
Yeah. Okay, so here's my other project.
How neat.
It's with Cricut cardstock. So these elves, I'm pretty sure you all know, they became super popular, and they have been for several years. And so I saw people making like really smart small boxes and stuffing the elves in there. And I know I have issues. I'm crazy. But I couldn't help myself see those elves being pushed in there with their feet bent. So I created this box in Design Space to be able to give away the little elf in there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's my project. And then the last one I'm going to share is, so when the Cricut foil tool came out, I was really obsessed with it. So I created like my own invitations with Design Space. And so it has print, and then it has the foil on them, and the same thing on the envelope.
Pretty.
Beautiful. Yep.
Foil.
Carole, there was a question. Do you have a video on that Star Wars mug?
I do. It's on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's why I picked this one, because I knew I had done a video and I used specifically this image in it.
Awesome. Okay, before we go to my projects, let's do another giveaway because we still have 3 more to do. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and pick another giveaway. I told you guys you have to be in the chat, so you have to chat.
This one is yours, right, Melody?
What was that?
Is this one yours?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
No problem.
So this one is for my giveaway. So you'll need to contact me and tell me you are winning Melody's giveaway. So let's roll it. Okay, we have a winner. Let me,
Went back so fast.
I gotta switch cameras so you guys can see in the video. Debbie Cantwell,
Yay!
you are the winner.
I get excited with all these giveaways. Can I have something? Just kidding. I want a prize too.
So we will need your addresses too.
We can get that when we email back to the person.
Yeah.
You're gonna forward the
They don't
emails
have,
on?
yeah, I'm going to forward the email so then it will be between you guys.
Oh, Melody, I think it would be a good idea to remind them what you always remind them, that we do not ask for your credit card information or
Yes. You will never, first, we're all product experts. And we all do giveaways on our channels. I'm doing a Maker 3 giveaway, and I think Carole is and Abby is, and then Rita is going to be doing some giveaways on her channel, right? Or
The joy.
okay, she's giving away the joy. And so make sure you subscribe to all of us so you can enter. And we will never ask for credit card information. We will only ask for an address. And that's it. We will never ask for anything else because last month I gave away a mug press, and this happened twice during my giveaway, that somebody created this was on my Facebook page. Somebody created another Facebook page that looked exactly like mine and started messaging everybody, except for it was my Melody Lane Inspired page, but they spelled it wrong. Both times they spelled it differently, or they put a dash in, or they spelled it wrong. And they were saying, you win the giveaway. I'll message you. And then you had to fill out a form with all your credit card information. And I think some people actually did that. So we want to make sure we will never ask for credit card information. If you win something from us, you never have to pay anything. You don't have to pay the tax. You don't have to do any of that. There will never be a fee. Yes. So be careful of scams. And while I talk about scams, there was a question in the chat earlier about the Beta DS, that they got an email on it. And then somebody else said, I thought that was a scam. And that was not a scam. That was actually from Cricut. And sending you the beta to the iOS app to try it out. If you have a question about if something is a scam, you can contact any of us and ask us. There's also a lot of Cricut lookalike sites that are selling the maker for $69 or $89. And anytime you see a price like that, it's a scam. So make sure you ask us or go through our links. We all share links to Cricut. And we all have Cricut discount codes. And another thing to remember, you have to use our links for us to get commission.
Yes.
That's what helps us be able to do our videos and not get other jobs where we wouldn't be able to help you, because it helps us pay our bills and things like that. So please use our links, not just our codes.
Right. I don't want to go back to work.
Yeah. We like to teach you guys, so that helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
Melody, who was your winner?
Debbie Cantwell.
Oh, okay, I'm seeing congrats, Debbie.
Yeah. Sorry.
No problem. You were busy. You had something important to say.
Well, I showed it on the screen, but then you guys in the Zoom can't see it. That's why.
Great.
So it was Debbie Cantwell. She'll get $50 worth of stuff. Oh, I have to show my projects, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show some that I just did last night. I call this a pop-out aperture card.
Oh, that's so cute.
Isn't that neat?
Yeah.
And it looks like the happy birthday is popping out. It's on acetate.
Yeah.
And then I made like 4 of them. I got a little carried away. I just kept designing. I made one for Christmas, for Father's Day, for Mother's Day, for thinking of you and thank you. This one I chose happy birthday for masculine one. And then I don't know where it's at. Oh, here it is. I also made it for the video. I made it with a happy Father's Day to stick on here too.
Does it fold flat so you can mail it?
Yes, you can totally mail it.
Nice. Oh,
And
I love it.
This one is made with Cricut faux leather and Cricut veneer.
Oh. I
So
love
it has the wood inside.
I'm gonna go watch it, Melody, and make some for
Yeah, gonna make
birthday. Oh, my husband's
See?
birthday's coming up. I can do one for him.
Yeah, and I think it's so neat. So many people ask, well, what do you do with the veneer?
Yeah.
right.
And the leather. I like to put them on cards for men. My happy birthday came off earlier. Now it's crooked there. But these are, and it's a 5x7 card. So it just fits in a 5x7 envelope. But I think the wood and the leather are really good for masculine.
Yeah.
Plus, it's so cool to see you using acetate for, for all different things. I think I've seen you do that for another project as well. I love working with acetate, and it cuts beautifully on the Cricut,
Mm-hmm. I really love acetate.
Yeah.
Okay, now, where's my other one that was, oh, it's right here. Okay, and then I have these. I have boy sharks
so
too.
They're so fun.
Okay, this was the most hilarious video because I started talking through the puppet.
Not bad.
So this one is cut with layers, and then this one is drawn and cut with the Cricut, and then I colored it.
That's cute.
And I have boy ones too, but I can't find them. I guess I like the girls better.
Melody, they were asking how they can get your designs.
I share all my designs with people who support my channel for $2 on patreon.com/melodylane. It's in the description of all my videos. So right now I have over 1,000, like 1,020 design space projects. Mine are not SVGs. So if you don't own the images, I think these are mostly free images, except for that bow and the eyes are not. I think on the boy it is free images. And like the balloon is free images. And like these cards, the happy birthday is an image. So you have to either own them or have access. Or if you don't have access, like this one would cost you 99 cents for the happy birthday. But you can always delete that and put your own font and make your own image or upload something that you like. But some of my projects, like this one, the scarecrow.
That's so cute.
This is an image from Design Space. Now this was like one of my projects. I knew I wanted to make a character move, but I had no idea what to do. And so I went into Design Space, and I think I started with a card. I knew I needed a base card, and I made it orange. And then in my head, I thought scarecrow. So then I went to Design Space and searched scarecrow. There are so many scarecrows in Design Space, tons of them. So I manipulated this one, cut his arms off, and made him move. Oh, and I have
Tell us that again, Melody.
the scarecrow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it's adorable. I love it.
So it has this little thing. Well, I have the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey, I remember. Yeah.
Wait, my fingers are in the way.
It's doing a happy dance.
And then I have a turtle and a cheerleader. And the cheerleader file
Cute.
has all different heads. So you can choose which head you want. Because this is from, I know you know this cartridge, Rita. Create a friend. Yeah. So I thought there's like 10 heads you can choose from, and then you can change the color of hair. You know, so it would go.
On the card, the motion on the card.
Yeah.
That.
And it's not
Yeah,
hard.
So fun. Yeah.
And the shark was also, I created this in Design Space in one of my Cricut Design Space classes. So I do free classes every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And the 4th Saturday of the month, I do Pinterest inspired. So that's when we go to Pinterest and kind of search something and see if we can create something like it or be inspired by it. And I saw shark puppets. And they had them as printable things that you can cut out with scissors. So we just created, actually the boys completely free images, just all shapes. And so I showed everybody how to create their own. And some we made in the print and cut. Carole made some of these, I think, with her grandkids.
I did. They loved them. They're so cute. And
Yeah.
we made the boys and the girls.
Yeah. It's so fun for the kids to do. And then I did a video on it later. And then I have, this was also a Pinterest inspired project.
That's so pretty.
So this can be an iron-on, or what I did is I changed it to draw and I did embossing, and then I colored it with watercolor markers. And if you can see, I did not stay in the lines very well.
That looks so
But
pretty. I love it.
it was fun to make, and so many people even made their own. So I did it live in video, designing it all. So some people just watch the video and make their own, or some will use the one that I share.
What did you mean? You said you embossed it. Did you use your machine for that?
So it's kind of hard to see. The black lines, it just looks like black lines in video, but it's the heat embossing. So I used, if you use Cricut gel pens, you can put on the powder, embossing powder, and then heat it up.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, the Cricut gel pens will stay wet for like 10 minutes, so the powder will stick to it. And then you heat it with the heat gun.
I learned something new. That is so cool.
And I used really fine, I used super fine embossing powder, but you can use thicker embossing powder to, I think it would be better with a little thicker so you could actually see it more. But it is raised a little bit, you can feel it.
Yeah.
And that's why this down here is messed up a little. I hit it with the heat gun after I was doing it. I'm like, oh no, I messed that up. So I make mistakes in my videos a lot. I'm sure we all do make mistakes. But, you know, we all make mistakes and we all learn from our mistakes. So I hope people learn from my mistakes so they don't have to make them.
Right. I'm pretty sure they do. I'm always told because I do a lot of lives too. And when I'm doing something and I mess up, I don't quit until I fix it. So sometimes at the beginning I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm going to fix it right now, right? Like, you can fix this. And then everybody just starts saying, like, Abby, stop. We like when you make mistakes because it makes us feel like, hey, if you make a mistake, you can fix it. And you always shows us how to fix it. So that's the best part of watching the lives.
And learn your thought process too.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be going along and I'm like, oh, you can do it that way. No, you can't do it that way.
Yeah.
Go back, right? Yeah. Mistakes are a part of crafting. They're all like little happy accidents, right? Bob Ross, happy accident.
Yeah. Sometimes I forget how I'm supposed to do something. And if I know Jamie in the chat knows how, I'm like, Jamie, am I doing this right? Okay, let's go to a few more questions. So do you have a schedule of when you post videos? So I'll answer mine first, and then you guys can go. I do mine Tuesday at noon, Thursday at 8 p.m. These are all Eastern times for me. And then I started doing Friday at 4 of the new images. So I just go through what the new images are for the week. And people really love those videos. And I didn't know if anybody would really like those videos, but they tend to love them. And for some people, they say they don't look at the videos until they do it with all of us together. Because they do it in a live video and they chat about them and stuff. And then Saturday mornings at 11 a.m. And Rita, do you have certain days or when do you do videos?
Yeah, well, so I have this little program that I started last year during the pandemic. It's called Cricut Chat with Miss Rita, and it's on Eastern Time, 9 o'clock, and it's live on Facebook. So that's Monday through Friday. We do it live on Facebook, and then I put it over onto my YouTube channel. So you can watch it either live on Facebook, or you can watch it the recorded live on YouTube. And then on Saturday night, we just started a new thing where, first of all, Fridays are freebies. So we always do freebie, like SVGs by another, like from a designer. So we do Friday freebie. And Saturdays we've turned into 3D Saturday night. So we call that Cricut Chat 3D. And that is like, for example, we do a really large project, so it sometimes takes like an hour and a half to 2 hours on Saturday, and it's at 5 o'clock. And then I don't do anything on Sunday.
Awesome. Abby?
Me?
Yeah.
So I try to make my lives at least twice a
Week?
sorry, I don't know why I blinked out really bad. Twice a week. If I can do lives every day, I do lives every day, but at least twice a week, and mine are in Pacific time. So I make mine at around 6:30 Pacific time. That's when I get to escape from the little boys. So I have more time to make videos and craft. I don't have specific dates like Melody for certain things, but I do show the new images like Melody, and I do kind of like what you do with Design Space and teach people how to design something in Design Space. So usually all my videos start with that. Like I show them how to design something in Design Space, and then we go to cut it, and then we go to build it or put it together. Oh, my YouTube channel is Sassy Ranita Crafts, and Melody has it in the description box.
Yeah. It's in the description of the video.
Okay, I have a question for you, Abby. What is Ranita?
Ranita is frog. That's why you see all the frog emojis.
Oh, okay. It's a frog?
It's
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah. So that's still no. It's my first try with sublimation, so it's not that great.
Right.
But it's a frog in a car, and the frog is me. So my last name is Fraga. It's Fraga. But at school, the teachers would always pronounce it Fraga, so it sounds like a frog. So, like, my teachers would just call me, "Hey, little frog, how are you doing today?" So it just kind of stuck, like a nickname, and I really love frogs, so I kept it. And then my husband's last name is Carrillo, and it sounds like a car, Carrillo, and at least, like, his family or his friends, whoever knows him, they always make fun of it and say, "What's up, little car?" So it just kind of kept it, and that's why it's called Sassy Ranita Crafts.
And where are you from?
So I'm from Mexico, but raised in California,
Okay.
and I live in California.
And
Oh, I saw a lot of frogs there.
Rita, where are you from?
Me?
Yeah.
Me? Oh, I am a New England gal, never left. So
Okay.
I am just north of Boston in a city called Peabody. And so I often will talk about the local history here because I have an unique interest in that as well. So I'm Eastern time for my lives.
And Carole,
Uh-huh.
do you have a schedule?
I don't. I don't have a schedule. I record and post a video when I feel inspired to do it. Most of the time, it's a couple of times a week. So, but my projects change. It's not always paper. It's not always sublimation. It's not always fabric. So I go between them. And if you do look at my YouTube channel, you'll see a mixture of all that. So.
And I want to say, when you subscribe to our channels, click that bell, especially for
Yes.
Carole, so you'll know when she goes to upload a video. And we
Mhm.
all do mystery box videos too.
Right.
So Cricut only sends mystery boxes to Cricut Product Experts now. So we all get a mystery box to show you when it is. So when there's a mystery box, we all upload a video.
Mm-hmm.
We can never tell you ahead of time.
No.
So
Because
don't ask us.
yeah.
Don't ask us, because I always get questions like, Abby, when is the next mystery box coming? I'm like, I don't know, it's just a mystery. It's a
Yeah,
mystery.
you find out when we post it. There was another question that I saw. Oh, let's do one more giveaway now. Carole has a giveaway from a sublimation company. So make sure you guys chat in the chat, and Carole's going to tell us about that giveaway.
Right. I get all my blanks for infusible ink and sublimation from Cricut. So things like tote bags and coasters and cosmetic bags and that. But there are a lot of things I like to do that Cricut doesn't carry. So of course I buy them from a third-party source, and it's called, now I forget. It's called, Melody's fault. Now it's called Crafty Corner Blanks, and it's a home business. So I love supporting her. She's Canadian. She's in Toronto. Her name is Chavi, or Chavi, depends how you pronounce it. And she ships all over Canada and the US. And a lot of my friends tell me that they've ordered from the US from her in Toronto, and they get it super fast. And shipping is super reasonable, and it doesn't hurt that your dollar is a lot more valuable than ours. So that makes a big difference in prices too. And her prices are phenomenal, and her quality is excellent. So I get things from her like the wine tumblers and these tumblers that I showed you before. They're all good for sublimation or infusible ink. You can use them with infusible ink. And she has a lot of the tumblers in different sizes. There's 30 ounce, 20 ounce, 15 ounce. Anyway, she heard that we were doing this. She allowed me to post about it on her Facebook wall, and she offered us a $50 gift certificate for her shop. And whether you're American or Canadian, you can use it, which is really super cool. So all I will need is your name and your email address to give to her, so she can put that on, put a credit on your email address in her file. So when you're ready to purchase, the money will be there for you.
Okay, and everybody is asking where Carole is from.
Montreal.
Yes, she is in Canada.
I was born in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and I live in Montreal. Well, I live in the burbs now, but I'm like across the bridge from Montreal.
Okay.
They want to know the name of that company that you're talking about.
Crafty, Cornerz, and Cornerz is with a Z, not an S.
Oh.
Crafty Cornerz Blanks.
Okay, I'm typing that and going to put it in the chat. Crafty Cornerz Blanks.
And they were also asking for the link to it.
Yeah, do you have a link to it?
I do. Do you want me to get it now?
Yeah, do you want to message it to me on Facebook, or, because I don't think you can put a link in the chat, only I can put a link in the chat. So if you send me a link to it on Facebook,
Okay.
I can put it in the chat, or I can put it in the description afterwards. We can do
Alright.
that. We'll put a thank you to them and put their link in the description afterwards. That'll work. Then everybody can find it.
Yeah.
It won't be lost in the chat. Okay, so this next giveaway is sponsored by
Crafty corner.
Crafty Cornerz blanks.
Thanks.
Okay, and here we have
Kathy Varney. Oh, sorry.
yes, that's who it is. Kathy Varney.
Yeah.
Kathy Varney, congratulations. You will need to email me, melodylanedesigns@gmail.com, or go to my website and click contact me. Or you can always comment or find one of us. Or if you know Carole, you can message Carole or
Yeah, you can just use a PM and give me your name and email address, and I'll pass it on to Chevy, and you'll have your credit. Does she do infusible ink much, or sublimation?
Oh, I don't know.
I lost the chat.
Yeah.
It's going too fast.
It's going too fast.
It's too fast.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a few more questions, and then we have our big giveaway.
Yay!
Okay, there's been a few questions about this. I'm going to read 2 questions because they're kind of the same. One is like towards Rita, but I think it's really for all of us. When did you become a Cricut product expert, and how did it happen? And then we have a question from Joan that says, how do you become a Cricut product expert?
Okay. Well, for me, I was asked by, and I guess maybe you all have had the same experience, Melody. You can chime in on that, but I was part of a Facebook group that I had developed back in 2013. And so Ashish Arora just kind of reached out to me. I didn't even know who he was. And he just said, hey, would you like to become a Cricut product expert? And at that time, the Explore had come out, but I was still like so enamored of the Expression 2. And I said, well, I don't know if I can be, because I'm still using the Expression 2. And he said, oh no, Rita, you're going to want to upgrade to the Explore. And I was so glad that I did. So that was like late 2014. And for the first couple of years, it was a little bit like, didn't really know too many people. I know, Melody, you were one back then too, but we never actually met in person. But as far as product experts now, we all know each other, and we have like monthly calls, and we have somebody from Cricut that kind of keeps things together, and it's a fun group that we've all become kind of closer there. So but it's a small group, and so I mean, that's been my experience, and it's been a really lovely way to meet people. And we've been out there in Utah a couple of times and have met each other and sort of had dinner, and you learn about new products and stuff. So but that's been my experience. I don't know, when were you asked to be product expert, Melody?
I think I was at the same time. I think we were in the original group, and it was the same. I was an admin in the Cricut Design Space Fans Club, which is now it's actually the official Cricut group. So I was an admin in that and started building that group up. And Ashish messaged me. Ashish Arora is the CEO of Cricut, and he messaged me and invited me to become a Cricut product expert. We don't get paid to do this. And I think what they do is they pick people who love Cricut. and love to teach Cricut and love to share Cricut. You know, I think that's what we are. There are some other people that do Cricut videos that actually get paid to do Cricut videos. You know, they're told to do certain things and paid. None of us are paid to do any videos. We just do what we want, you know, and do them when we want. And that's how I got started. Because people ask me all the time, well, how do you, I don't know how you become one. They just ask you.
They used to have something on their website on how to become one, but I think that's gone now. But I think if you are looking to become a product expert, my advice would be to just be a champion or a really, you know, a brand ambassador of Cricut. And
You have to love it in your heart.
Yes.
You can't fake it.
Because it will show.
Yes.
You fake it.
And
Carole, how did you become one? When did you become one?
I think it was 2015. I think.
I think so
The
too.
days have just all blended together. I think it was 2015. And I was in that large design space group also, and creating a lot of projects and giving out my links. I did a bit of videos at the time, but not a lot. I wasn't really concentrating on videos. I would just create the projects, make them, and give them away. So a lot of people were using my projects, and I did a lot of helping people with how to do things, how to fix things, that kind of thing. I really tried to contribute a lot in that group, and I was signaled out for it. And someone, JP at Cricut, contacted me, gave me a call, and said that, yeah, JP, and Ashish had reached out to JP, and I had met Ashish when he came to Montreal. I had dinner with him here in Montreal in a group of crafters. And then Ashish contacted JP, and JP at the time was responsible for Product Experts. So I think it was that might tell you when it was, 2015, I think. And then he reached out to me, he gave me a call and asked me if I'd be interested in joining the group, the Product Expert group. And I get that question a lot too, how can I become a product expert? And I agree, the way is to love Cricut, to be loyal to Cricut. I really get sad sometimes when I see these large groups with Cricut in their title.
Oh, yeah.
Or calling themselves the official Cricut group when they're really not the official Cricut group. And the posts themselves, and I'm not trying to be critical of anybody, but the posts themselves are like flea market. Every brand, I can't even describe it, you know, like, oh, don't buy Cricut, you can get that cheaper at Walmart, and don't, and this is just, it's insane. So if your heart is really in Cricut and you want to be signaled out, you want to be seen as brand loyal, be brand loyal, love Cricut, do it with your heart, help others. Helping others is so important, and you have no idea how it will enrich your life.
It makes me feel so good to help others. If I wasn't helping others, I don't know where I would be. It just makes you feel so good.
It's so important to be kind and to help others, and forget the drama, ignore the drama. If you see someone in a group being dramatic, just ignore it. If you want to reach out to them, reach out with kindness. Maybe they're having a really bad day. Maybe they need to finish something. It's super important. They need this as a gift. And it's just, they're so frustrated, so they take it out on the Facebook group. There's always something in the background, you know? So
I would like to say why I'm brand loyal. Number one, they they have quality products. They test them over and over. They have a washer and dryer at headquarters that is going constantly testing their iron-on and testing infusible ink, and they really test the products for like 12 to 18 months before they will release them. They don't just take somebody else's product and slap their name on it. And I like to support the company that makes our machines and makes our software, because our software is free for us. You can use Cricut Design Space for absolutely free. You don't have to pay for access. And they keep coming up with more things. They do listen to us. You know, we've been asking for offset. It took them a while, but we got it. We've been asking for things all these years. And every few months or every 6 months, they would come out with new features that they listen to us. They are in our Facebook groups and they are listening to what we want.
Yeah.
And I just think they're an amazing company.
They listen. I love that they listen. You know, because it's not a perfect software, or the machines aren't perfect. We're not telling you to be like so giddy and 100% like everything's sunshine and roses, but to be positive about it and say, you know, I appreciate that they work so hard to make their customers, which they call them members, happy. That's what I love. And it pains me when people start like attacking the company or attacking the software, because the software, that's where I design. I don't know about you guys, but like I don't design in any other place than Design Space.
That was a question that somebody asked.
Yeah, I don't feel like I need to, because, you know, a lot of people use other software and create their own designs. But to be frank, if you know how to use Design Space, then you can make anything pretty much anything you want, right there in Design Space. So that I've always used that. And in fact, it's, you know, it's free. Like you said, it's free. The only thing you pay for is if you want the images, and you can either choose to be, you know, a member and you know, access member and pay monthly or once a year, or you pay by the image. And believe it or not, there are other software companies out there that people will say, oh, they don't, this other company doesn't charge for the software, but they do. You know, they do, you know, and you can't expect them to always be innovating without making money, because you know, that's just how business works. You know?
Yeah, we don't want them to go under. We want them to keep coming out with new and better machines and new software and new features. They can't do that without money. So I'm buying Cricut products. And they have sales that are amazing. Like the sale right now is, if you have Cricut Access, you get 40% off of accessories and materials. If you have premium access, you get that 40% off plus 20% off materials, and then you can use any of our codes, and that's another 20% off. Our codes are normally 10% off, but till the end of September, our codes are 20% off.
Yeah,
So
I hear people complain about, oh, Cricut products are so expensive, the mats are expensive. I'm like, what, are you kidding me? Have you not heard that we have codes? Have you not heard of all these ways?
if you buy the bulk pack and you have premium access with the code, that bulk pack of 30 mats, the mats come out to like $1.75.
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And I also, Melody, I'm sorry, I don't want to hog up time, but
go ahead.
I saw somebody has said offset for iPads.
Rita, I see that too. I have my chat stopped on there because I wanted to mention that. Go ahead.
Because, you know, you had mentioned earlier that they're looking for testers for Design Space, the iOS app. And I, as a lot of people who follow me know, I love to work with my iPad. But there are some limitations in the iPad right now with Design Space. But one of the things that you should know is that they know that the iOS is a little outdated, and they have to like basically reconstruct it. And that's what those invitations are for, is so that you can test the iOS. And they haven't said, you know, that, oh, we're going to add this, we're going to add that. But what they explained to us was that they had to rebuild it so that they could eventually add more like
Like the offset or curving or
more
something.
opportunities to, you know, like, so offset or kerning or things like that. They're not making, you know, an announcement, this is coming, but seeing that they're reworking the whole thing, it's very positive for additions to be added to the iOS.
And Abby, we
Yes.
didn't get to your answer about being a product expert when you became one and
I
how.
was trying to remember a date, but when was the Cricut Joy release?
I don't
Do
know.
you remember?
That was 2019, maybe?
Was it the last time we went to Utah?
Yeah, because
Or 2019, I think.
okay, so then I became a product expert just a couple months before that. So it was, I think it was in October. That's when I became a product expert. But just like everyone else, like they didn't just were like, oh hey, I'll pick you. So we all, it's kind of like the same story. So my group and my channel and my social media, it's all in Spanish. So kind of like what I mentioned in the beginning, I wanted to provide the information in Spanish. There's a lot of bilingual speakers. A lot of my followers follow you ladies, but you know, there's a lot of people that are in different countries. And so I wanted to be able to provide the information in Spanish. My group was, I think it's the first one, because I remember searching groups in Spanish and I didn't find any. So I opened my group. I actually contacted Ashish, because I was in another product expert group in English, and I even messaged her and I told her, hey, I want to start a group in Spanish because I would translate for some of the members there. I never shared, just to be clear, I never shared my group to the people in that group. I never did that because I'm against people that do that. I
Me
don't think
too.
that's fair to do that unless you're given permission by the admin. But because I didn't want to betray her trust or just kind of, because I feel like it's like stealing somebody else's followers, I just created my own group and I told her that I wanted to do that. She said, okay, you know, go ahead. And I messaged Ashish and I told him that because I didn't know if there was like, if product experts had a special permission to have Cricut groups. That's what I thought. So I kind of messaged him because I wanted to know if I could create my group, because my group says Cricut Design Space in Espanol. So I didn't want to use the Cricut name incorrectly. And later I saw what Carole was mentioning about all these groups that have the Cricut name in it, but really nothing to do with Cricut, but a Cricut machine, and they just let everyone promote whatever the heck they want. So I wanted to maintain my group Cricut exclusive and just teach about Cricut and just limit to what I was able to control and share. So I did that, and then I was contacted by different Cricut employees because they just wanted to have like an idea of how many Hispanic users were in the different countries that were actually using Cricut and in the US. They wanted to see the map of users. So that's how everything started. I went to to the meet and greet at Michael's in LA. And then I received a message from one of the employees, and they asked me, would you like to help us out in the, I think it was for the giveaways that they did during that event. And so I said yes. I was so excited to be part of Cricut, like doing something for Cricut. And so I went to the event, and I was so happy that they gave me a chance to be in the Infusible Ink table, because I was like so, you know, excited about Infusible Ink, and I wanted to talk all about it. And I noticed that they were watching me the whole time. So nervous. And I was so shocked that when I arrived at Michael's that morning, everyone was waiting for me. They're like, I went into the door and they're like, hi, you know how they're Cricut employees are so kind. They're always having a conversation with you, asking you how you're doing. Like, they really are interested in how you're doing, what you think about the brand. So yeah, I did all that. Like, hey, what's your name? My name's Abigail. I'm the admin of Cricut Design Experience in Espanol, and there were a lot of people there with shirts they made themselves with the name of my group. So they quickly recognized me. So we went all around. I reached Ashish, and then I was like, hi, my name is Abigail. I'm the admin, and I didn't even finish saying the name of my group. And he's like, oh yeah, Cricut Design Experience en Español. We're so excited you're here. We were waiting for you. And I was like, what? You know, like Ashish was waiting for me because I didn't get a contact from Ashish. I got a contact from someone else. And so I was so excited that he knew who I was and everybody was waiting for me. And because it's LA, there's a lot of Spanish speakers here. So they had me like explain it in Spanish and kind of like how it works and everything. And then after that, that's when I got a call from Cricut asking me if I wanted to be a product expert. And I just couldn't believe it. Like, I was so excited. So like you all mentioned, it was the love for Cricut, because I really fell in love with the brand. And I think that to me, it was more like, I felt that personally, when I bought my first Cricut and I started crafting and I created this group and I just genuinely wanted to help out my community, it felt like Cricut was saving me from my mental state that I had been when I first bought my first Cricut. And that by being a product expert, I could continue to provide that help to my community. And I'd like to believe that I've been able to be that part of, or I have been an active part in helping the community, because now Cricut is in Mexico officially. Cricut is in Central America and Latin America, and is reaching so many other countries in the Latin community, that I feel like I've been able to be, a little part of that help. And it just brings me so much joy to be able to be a product expert and learn from all these ladies that I would admire from the back, and now be able to share these experiences and see that effectively, like you say, it's not I'm gonna pick you because I want to sell your product. It's more like they're picking us because they know how much we love Cricut, and that we genuinely do love them. And more than that, we love the Cricut community, and we want to help you guys out. So that's what we are. We're the teachers. We're extensions of Cricut, bringing you that help on how to use your machines and how to be more creative, live more creative lives, like Cricut says in all their posts. So yeah, that's a little. I think I talked a lot. But yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Thank you. Thank you.
What about you?
Thank you, all of you, for doing this. I just want to say, make sure you guys are chatting, and we're going to get ready to do the final giveaway. But while you're chatting, answer this question. Do you guys want us to do it again? I see Shirley says, will you do this again? It was so fun to see you all together. And everybody is saying amazing stories. They love how our stories are also interesting and different, and they really love it. So let us know, do you guys want us to do this again? I already know the answer. Why do we ask?
Me too.
Yes, I hope they say yes.
Yeah, lots of
Yes.
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 So this,
I'm super
I told the girls I didn't know how long this was going to go, and I'm thinking I didn't think we would get it done in an hour. So it's been just over 2 hours.
Wow.
But the time goes by so fast. And
Yeah.
I'm sure there were a lot of questions we didn't get to that they had, but it's been 2 hours. So we'll do this again, and we'll try to do different questions next time too, we'll still all introduce ourselves for new people, but
The questions to you, Melody, for like the next time or ones when we're going through the comments, like whichever ones we didn't answer this time around, we can sort of put a pin in it and do it next time.
yeah. One of the questions was, do we all design in Design Space or use another software? And Rita, you answered that question, and I think I did too. I always use Design Space. I don't use any other software to design in.
Yeah, I use Design Space as well. Like even the ones that I shared that I designed myself, everything's in Design Space.
Yeah, Design Space. I don't use anything else.
You can do anything in there, really.
Yeah. And it's getting better all the time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we ready for the final giveaway? So the final giveaway is for a Cricut mug press. That giveaway is sponsored by Cricut.
You
So,
don't have a drum roll?
Oh, I'm done.
Alexa, do a drum roll.
It is.
She's
I
not
don't
doing
know.
it. Alexa, can you do a drum roll?
Okay.
My Alexa's doing it.
Love it.
Drum roll.
Okay, we got a winner.
We do?
Yep, hold on. Let me.
Oh wow, that went fast.
It went so fast. So let me bring this over. It's Joyce Burton. Congratulations,
Yay!
Joyce Burton. I'm going to screenshot that so I have it for later.
Congratulations, Joy.
Thank you, Cricut, for
Yes. Thank you, Cricut, for allowing us to be Cricut Product Experts.
Yes.
We enjoy it or we wouldn't do it because they don't pay us.
Tonight and yes, this is like my date night.
Joy on.
What was that?
I don't know how the random picker. I was
Uh-huh.
just wondering how it worked. Like, would that mean she was on at the
Yes.
time, or
Yeah, she would be on unless she chatted within the Nightbot, who picks the thing randomly. He picks from the people chatting in the last 15 minutes. So
Okay.
she would have been in the last. It wouldn't be like she was in the beginning and then left, but it could
Right,
be in the last
right.
15 minutes. So
not everybody wants to listen to us for 2 hours.
Yeah, and so many of you stayed here, so thank you so much.
yes, thank you guys for watching.
Amazing.
I
And
saw a lot of my supporters, and I thought they were gonna leave after a while since it's all in English. So I'm so happy they stayed.
and if you guys missed the beginning, you can watch it again. It will be on the same link. You can rewatch it, and make sure you subscribe to everybody's channel and click that bell so you know when they are uploading a video. And what was I going to say about that? Oh, it's free to subscribe.
Yeah.
So it's completely free.
Yeah, it's free. You're right. Awesome. Well, Melody, I just have to say thank you to you because you have been so gracious in putting this together and asking, us all to be part of this chat, like a super chat. I don't know what it's called, but I couldn't have pulled this off myself. So thank you so much. And also thank you to Cricut for providing us with prizes to be able to give away. So that's awesome. And I just love spending time with you ladies. You're fabulous ladies. And it's so fascinating to hear about how you got involved, Abby and Carole, and just really enjoy the time that we get to spend together. And so I'm very thankful tonight.
I am too. This was
You
a lot
guys
of
are
fun.
so sweet. I just saw Linda. She said thank you bow to the queens. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet.
We all need to rewatch this video and read the
Yeah.
chat.
Read the chat.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful, really. Thank you, all three of you. I just want to put that out there to everyone watching. These ladies are amazing. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional already, but it was a very emotional night. But I'm just so grateful with these ladies. They're very genuine. They're very loving. They're very caring. They said that they could be my mom's and my grandma. I would take that because they've been so awesome. They've helped me out so much when I, just started with Cricut and everything. Everything was new for me, and they still, share some tips and tricks with me. So they are genuine. They're awesome. Follow them. They're so talented, and I always learn something new from each one of them. And I'm really grateful. Thank you for letting me be part of this life. It was an amazing experience.
Thank you for being here. And thank you, everybody. We just got one last question. How many Cricut Product Experts are there? I think there are 10 now.
I think,
Yeah. Mhm.
That's a tough question too, right? Because didn't they add a couple from Canada or something?
Yeah, I think that makes it 10. Because I think there were
was the only Canadian for the last 6 years, and
yeah.
they added 2 more Canadians. I think they're in like Ontario or something. They're located in Ontario.
Right.
All right.
So now we're 10.
Right. And we're all kind of spread out, right? So
Mhm.
Melody, you're in
I'm
Florida.
in Florida.
There's Paulette, she's in Georgia, and I don't trying to think. Oh, there's what's her name? Jennifer Makers from Michigan, and there's Abigail from California, and then I'm over here on the East Coast, Northeast.
And Holly is from Alabama or Georgia?
Yeah,
Somewhere
she's
with an
here
accent.
in the middle.
Yeah.
Right. So it's a great group, and so thankful to have this opportunity. Thanks again, Melody. Really appreciate it.
Well, thank you all for being here. It was fun. It was fun for everybody, I think.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm up for doing it again.
Me too.
Yep.
And we'll show more projects next time, whenever we're working. I think people like to see inspiration and things.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Have a great night.